everyone, welcome to another episode of Cravings vlog. This weekend we're going to the cottage and me and my friend have decided to make some Indian Chinese snacks. What is Indian Chinese, you say? Don't worry, it isn't a curry version of Chinese food. Many generations ago, Chinese moved into India and settled there, and they brought their amazing cuisine with them. So we enjoy that. It's just packed with flavor. It has a lot of coriander, lots of soya, and we just love our Indian Chinese. So today, we're going to make spring roll. How many times have you bought a spring roll and felt ripped off? You cut it open and what do you see? Really nothing. This is just cabbage and I can see specks of what looks like, I don't know, carrots. They're just not tasty enough, so why not make your own? I'm going to show you an amazing recipe that has chicken and vegetables, and it's a little bit of work, but you can make it ahead and freeze it and all your friends will love you for it. So stay with us. I've chopped all of my vegetables and I'm ready to go. So I have some red pepper, I have some green onion, and I basically cut up the onion part of it and left the stalk separate. I have garlic and chili, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the garlic and the chili and the spring onions in with the minced chicken. I'm going to add some soya sauce, chili sauce, and fish sauce, and then I'm going to add a little bit of cornstarch. And I'm going to cook the meat separate from the vegetables. I'm going to cook the vegetables first. I'm going to take them out just so they retain that beautiful bright color. I don't want them getting all mucky in with the chicken. And then I'll cook the chicken, I'll add it all together, I'll cool it, and then we'll stuff our spring rolls. So let's get started. So here we have a pound of minced chicken, and to that I'm going to add a whole bunch of things. The first thing we're going to do is add chopped garlic and green chilies. This is going to add lots of flavor and a really nice bite. Then we're going to add spring onions. To that, some really nice dark soya sauce. If you don't have dark soya sauce, you can use light, but dark is preferred. Then the chili paste. And some fish sauce. Now let's give it a little bit of a stir and mix all of those ingredients in. If you can, it's really advised to leave this sitting for about an hour. That'll give your chicken maximum flavor. Now, as you can see, there's a lot of moisture in this chicken, and I don't want that because I just don't want this spring roll wrappers to break. So what we're going to do is we're going to add in about 3 tablespoons of cornstarch, and just add it one at a time and incorporate it as you go. And what this does is it's going to soak up all of the extra juice, and the chicken is actually going to crisp up a little bit, but it's going to hold all the flavor in. Let the lights show. About a tablespoon of oil heating up in a pan, and what I want to do is quickly just saute all the vegetables and then take them out so they stay nice and colorful. The first thing that's going to go in are the mushrooms that I chopped up. Followed by the red pepper. I'm using red pepper instead of the green pepper purely because of the color. It just looks really nice together with the chicken. And finally, all of the spring onion leaves that I cut and reserved, those are going to go in. I'm just going to give it a quick saute. We don't need any salt in there, any spices, nothing. It's going to be added to the chicken. There's going to be plenty of flavor in there. I've taken the vegetables out and I've put them aside. Into the same pan, I added a few more tablespoons of oil, and now it's really hot. And I'm going to put the chicken in there. And all I'm looking for is to break it down. And I want it to cook and brown really nicely. I don't want any lumps, so just make sure as it's cooking, just keep a really close eye on it and break up those lumps, because you don't want big lumps in your spring rolls. It's going to be really, really hard to roll. so now we're ready to make our spring rolls. Just keep the spring rolls covered with a damp cloth so it doesn't dry out. And place it like a diamond. Take about a tablespoon of the filling. And you can see, this is the reason why I kept the vegetables separate from the meat. You can see the color. And that's what you're gonna see when you actually bite into it. So fold it over like this. So leave a little bit of a flap, press it down, fold it, and fold it again, just like an envelope. Try and keep it as straight and perpendicular as possible. If you find that it's fanning out a bit, just with your fingers move it in and start to make a really tight roll. Try and keep it as neat as possible. Take a little bit of flour paste, it's just basically flour and water, and roll it up. And there you have most perfect looking, delicious spring roll. Now these spring rolls that I'm making are actually made of wheat, but you can get spring rolls that are gluten-free. And if you're going to use a gluten-free version, don't use flour to seal it. You can use a little bit of cornstarch, you can use egg. Any one of those things will work just as fine. So now I'm just going to keep going until I have 50 or so of these, because these really go fast. Many generations ago, Chinese from China